So in these projectiles, right? So we have discussed the concepts that are related to the projectiles. Now actually we will deal some of the basic problems based on this understanding. So note down one problem. If V1 and V2 be the velocities at the ends, if V1 and V2 be the velocities at the extremities of a focal chord, of the projectile's path and u the velocity at the vertex of the path, then show that 1 by V1 square plus 1 by V2 square is equal to 1 by u square. Now this is the problem statement. And here actually the projectile path is, so this is how the projectile is. Now this is being the parabola, there is an axis to this parabola, and then this point is called as the vertex, and this is the point of the focus, right? So this is the focus and this is the vertex and this is the directrix. So these are the characteristics of parabola, right? So the directrix is one straight line and the axis is one straight line and there is a vertex to it and there is a focus to it. Now if you take the focal chord, so let us say, I think, so I will take the focus at this particular location. Now if I draw a focal chord like this, now this is one point, let us say this point is A and this point is B. Now while going up, actually it is going to have certain velocity at this particular direction. So this is the velocity direction, this is what we call as V1, and this is the other extreme, and at the other extreme of the focal chord, so if you draw the tangent line, so this is the velocity direction V2. Now here actually the characteristic of a focal chord is tangents drawn at the extremities of the focal chord will always intersect at 90 degrees. So this is the tangent and this is the tangent. Now the angle between them is 90 degrees. That is the characteristic of a focal chord. So the tangents drawn at the extremities of the focal chord intersects at 90 degrees to each other. Right? So at 90 degrees to each other. Now, based on the projectile characteristics, if V1 is the velocity at this point and V2 is the velocity at this point, now this is the resultant of two different velocities. One is the horizontal component of the velocity and another is the vertical component of the velocity. So this is called as Vx and this is called as Vy. And similarly, even at this point also, there is a horizontal component of velocity Vx and there is a vertical component of the velocity Vy. So I call this as Vy2 and this is Vx2 and this is Vx1 and Vy1. And the velocity at this particular point that is at the vertex, that is the highest point of the projectile, it will be having only the horizontal component of the velocity because no further movement in the vertical direction. So there is only one velocity, so that I call this as u. So because this velocity contains only the horizontal component of the velocity, or actually I call this as v3x, and v3y is going to be 0. So based on the projectile characteristics, at the vertex, there will be only horizontal velocity. And that is constant throughout the path. So that is constant throughout the path, right? So here actually initially, if it is projected with an angle of theta, let us say the projection velocity is w, then actually w cos theta is the horizontal component of the velocity initially which was projected. And the same velocity is going to be continued throughout the path. That means Vx1 is equal to Vx2 is equal to V3x is equal to, so Vx3 equal to w cos theta, and this value actually he has given as u. I hope you understood this. So here actually the horizontal component of the velocity at this point, and the horizontal component of the velocity at this point, and the horizontal component at this point, and the initial projected horizontal component of the velocity are one and the same. So that is the basic characteristic of the projectile, because horizontally there is no acceleration that is going to act, but the acceleration is only due to gravity that will be acting downwards. So with respect to the vertical path, so horizontally no acceleration. Hence the velocity whatever we give initially, this is going to be continued throughout the path, right? Now here actually Vx1 is equal to Vx2 is equal to Vx3 is equal to w cos theta is equal to u. So because the horizontal velocity at this point actually he has given as u in the problem statement. Now based on this path actually, if v1 is in this direction, then v1 cos theta is equal to Vx1. So this is v1, and with respect to the horizontal, if it makes an angle of theta, so this is v1 cos theta. And here actually this is the tangent that is drawn at the other point. It makes an angle of 90 degrees at this point. Now as this angle is equal to theta, this is 90 degrees, hence actually this is going to be of pi by 2 minus theta. And then the direction of the velocity is v2 is in this direction. Now if you calculate the horizontal component of the velocity, this angle being theta again, sorry, pi by 2 minus theta, and then the horizontal component of velocity is v2 cos pi by 2 minus theta. This is the velocity at Vx2. So Vx1 is given as v1 cos theta, and Vx2 is equal to v1 cos pi by 2 minus theta. Pi by 2 minus theta. So Vx2 is equal to v2 sin theta, right? So Vx2 is v2 sin theta, Vx1 is v1 cos theta, and the velocity at this particular point, so at this point is the horizontal component of the velocity which is given as u, and the horizontal component of the velocity is constant throughout the path. This is even equal to u, and this is even equal to u. So here actually, so v1 cos theta is equal to v2 cos theta equal to u, or v2 sin theta equal to u, or cos theta is equal to u by v1 and sine theta is equal to u by v2. Now if you square it and add it, sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1 by v2 u by v2 whole square plus u by v1 whole square, and this value is equal to 1, or 1 by v1 square plus 1 by v2 square is equal to 1 by u square. This is what he asked us to prove. Got it? Is it fine? Right? So is this understood, or any questions on this? Is this understood? Okay. So what is u? So u actually earlier when we derive all the equations, actually we have treated u as the initial velocity, that is the velocity which was projected at this particular point. But in this particular problem statement, what he mentioned was u has to be treated as the velocity at this particular point. So that's why actually I explained with a new terminology w or omega. So here actually if it is projected with an initial velocity of omega with an angle of theta, omega cos theta is the horizontal component of the velocity. Now this horizontal component of the velocity, everywhere it is constant, and in the problem statement the velocity at the vertex point, that will be only horizontal component of the velocity, because there is no vertical movement of the velocity at that particular point. So this was given as u in the problem statement. So as it is constant throughout, even at the vertex also this will be equal to u. And even at this point also the horizontal component is u, and even at this point also the horizontal component is u. Is this understood? Okay, fine.